Hello Cancer, thank you so much for joining me on Igniting Insight. My name is Kelsey and this is the first installment of my weekly oracle readings. I'm so excited to be starting this journey and thank you so much for being here. I've had to decide actually what kind of readings I want to be doing and how I want them to be formatted. I've decided I am not going to be doing date specific readings, so you could find something on my channel from if you're not watching this when it's released, it could still apply to you. I believe that Spirit will bring us messages when we need to hear them, and I am trying to be the most open vessel for those messages, so I didn't want to do date-specific readings because I wanted Spirit to be able to bring these readings to individuals when they're needed. I'm going to be using 4 different decks for my reading today. I don't know if this will be what I use consistently, but this is what I felt called to use today. I put them all up here so you could see them. I'm going to be using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed to get an overall energy for the week ahead. And this is going to be the conscious energy, so the energy that you're aware of this week or going into the week. And then I'm going to be using the Illuminated Earth Oracle to talk about the energy for the week that's unconscious or subconscious. This is going to hopefully tie in with the conscious element and allow you to dive a little deeper into the unknown aspects of yourself and to get more insight into kind of things that are working beneath the surface. I think that we're such complicated beings that it's important to realize that the things we're aware of don't give us the whole picture. There's a lot going on within us that we're not aware of that is influencing our daily lives. And then we're going to be getting energy for the week past, present, future with the Wild Unknown Tarot. And this is based on the traditional tarot. And this is going to be, speaking to the issues that we get from the other 2 oracles, past, present, future. So how the issue has been affecting you in the past, how it's affecting you presently, and a future possibility. I do want to mention that whenever you're doing readings like this, future is up to our free will to a large extent. So if you ever get a reading where the future looks dim or the future is threatening you or you're feeling uncomfortable about the future situation that the reader is talking about, just know that you have the free will to transmute whatever blocks are creating this kind of more pessimistic outcome. And I do try to be, positive in my readings, constructive in my readings, and give you ideas about ways to work with the energies in a positive way, but I also think that we have a lot of personal power to figure out how we can work with these energies in a positive way ourselves. And then I'm going to be using the Oracle of the Unicorns to get some guidance for the week ahead. So again, how you can work with the energies that I talk about to use them to your best advantage. So with that, Cancer, I'm going to go ahead and get started. This video is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or if you just identify with the Cancer archetype the most, then this reading is probably for you. It could be maybe your North Node that you're looking at, maybe your Venus sign. I don't know if it's a general reading, so it may or may not apply to you. But I would just suggest watching at least your Sun, Moon, and Rising to see if there's something on this channel that does resonate with you for this week. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. I'm gonna go ahead and start shuffling, starting with this oracle. Everything I did pre-shuffle, so we're having a clean slate here. And let's see what we can get for Cancer, please. For the conscious aspect for the week ahead, what can we get for Cancer? I think one other thing I do want to mention is I read intuitively, mostly. I understand the tarot, I understand, the definitions of the tarot, but a lot of oracles are really open-ended, and I tend to just read through imagery and intuition, and the messages that come through me are not, based on my own experience a lot of times, but they're coming through me from Spirit or from higher self or, however you want to believe. Okay. A couple cards fell on the ground. I'm going to go ahead and take both because why not? So we have the Fates and Between Worlds. So Cancer, if you're feeling a little bit between something, whether this is work-related, relationship-related, the way we think about ourselves could be, I'm getting that you realize that you're between, you're in a transition period, and it came out with the Fates, which is about fate, destiny, karma. You see the stars here. So there's definitely, it's suggesting that whatever this transition is bringing up for you, trust in the fate of your life, trusting in the cosmos, in the universe, and the alignment of the stars and the alignment of yourself is going to help you navigate this transition most effectively. This is the conscious aspect, and you know, it's supposed to be really one card for the most part, but if two come out, I'm going to take them like that because I really, whatever comes out is what I'm meant to take. So this is about trust. It's about trusting that you are taken care of, that your transition is for your best benefit, and that if you are aligned, then you're going to be seeing the best outcome. So let's go ahead and get an unconscious aspect for this. Unconscious, subconscious, this is just something you're not necessarily aware of. I want to say, like, depending on how in tune with yourself you are, you maybe could be aware of this, but this is, I'm intending this to be more of speaking to this issue, but more of something that's unconscious. So what can we get for Cancer, please, for the unconscious issue? Transient. So again, I think for Cancer this week, you might be feeling really stuck in this transition, or it might be weighing really heavily. You could be having some mental or ego difficulties with trying to kind of micromanage the situation, whereas this Fates card and this Transient card are suggesting to trust. Transient, it's, I mean, look, you can see the moon phases here. This card is speaking to the ever-changing nature of our lives, the cycles of our lives. Everything's always in flux, and so if we're feeling caught up in a current situation, a current transition, a stressor, whatever it is for you, just know that this too shall pass is the message here. And it's really going to take trust on your part, and we'll look into the tarot to see, you know, a little bit more of the physicality of how this is coming through for you, and also the unicorn will help give us guidance for how to deal with this effectively, how to move forward. But just know that this situation is in flux. It's not going to last forever, and so the stress you feel, I hope that the message that I'm trying to convey is coming across as just, you know, as much as you can, try to let go, because it will pass, it will change, no matter what it is you're going through. I'm not really intending you to be able to see them on the table here, but in case. Okay, so let's get some past, present, future energies for this. Whatever this is for you, Cancer, it's changing. I know it feels a little heavy now, but it is going to pass. And again, trust is what's needed. Trust in the fate, trust in the support of the universe, or God, or whatever your belief system is. For past, we have Daughter of Cups reversed. present Daughter of Swords reversed. I'm being called to say my little spiel about reversals. Generally, I take them, but sometimes I don't, depending on how I feel called. Like I said, I'm a very intuitive reader, so I just trust the perception of, how I'm supposed to read the message. But a lot of times the way I read reversals is just like the energy that it's conveying is coming soon. There's something blocking it. It's not quite here yet, but it's coming soon. So I just wanted to say that just so it, to clear it up for anybody watching this. So Daughter of Cups, this corresponds to, I'm sorry, my lighting is not great. This corresponds to the Page of Cups. Pages in the tarot, it's kind of, it could be a person. It could be this could be, if you're resonating with this message on an interpersonal basis, you could have left someone that was, filling you emotionally, but maybe not mature enough or enough to fulfill you long term. The pages are all kind of, I want to say, like immature energy. This is in your past, so it could be maybe you've had some immature emotional patterns. It could be that I don't want immature to sound negative. I'm just, since this is in the past, I'm reading it as, we're growing from this place. So obviously, if you're feeling there's a transition, then something did need to change from this past energy. So either you weren't feeling fully emotionally satisfied, which of course for Cancer is super important. You're the sign of the moon and emotions, and your emotional body is very strong. So it is important that you have someone that's strong and mature enough to meet you at that emotional level. Not saying that this person is necessarily a bad thing, or this influence was a bad thing. This could be you needing to mature emotionally a little bit. It could also be about, it could be a little bit of a self-worth thing, since it did come in reversed. Notice how there's this rainbow here, and when it's reversed, the rainbow is on top, almost like you could have been overshadowed by someone or something that seemed a lot brighter than you, or a lot more radiant than you. You could have felt like maybe your emotions were kind of all over the place, all over the floor. Here, this cup is spilling out. Yeah, I hope that's resonating with someone. It's, being that these are general readings, I know a challenge of them is to get a message that's super clear and concrete. So I do hope that is making sense. So in the present energy, we have the Daughter of Swords, another Page of Swords. This is about, and it came in reversed, so what I'm seeing with this is really maybe that it's present energy, but maybe not. When you're watching this reading, it's maybe not quite here, but it's coming this week. It's about a new idea, new insight. You see the owl, the owl is a symbol of wisdom. It's holding this sword. The sword represents the idea. You have these rainbow orbs here. It's suggesting insight, and these kind of look like little thought bubbles to me. So whatever has been going on, whatever those first cards were speaking to for you, this suggests that you either have or will soon have a new perspective on this, a new idea about this, a new way to look at it, that should help you move forward. Now, in the future energy, we have the 0 card, the Fool. As you can see, this is a cute little, I don't know why he's like a duckling on a branch, because I feel like he should just be like a regular bird. Maybe he is a regular bird and I just think he looks like, I don't know, I think he looks like a duckling, doesn't he? But the Fool is about taking a leap of faith. So what I'm getting for you this week is, maybe this transition is something you've been thinking about but haven't quite taken the leap forward to do. Maybe you haven't quite leapt from, one side to the next, from this kind of more black and white way of being to this more, technicolor way of being. The Fool for the future is suggesting, go ahead and take that leap of faith. You will be taken care of. We have with the fates. Whatever you're feeling about it, whatever negativity is transient, it will not last. It's okay to move forward. So whatever this is for you, what I'm getting is really to trust that you are supported, trust your insight, trust your, I want to say intuition, but the swords are really about mind and intellect. So trust that you have the mental ability. Maybe you've been really emotional in the past, and maybe this has affected your ability to be more of a cognitive kind of person. And it's about having a balance of both. It's about being able to balance our intuition and our emotions with our mind and our intellect and our way of creating new ideas and using our will to make that a reality. So I think really what's happening for you this week is finding a greater balance of that and trusting the universe and taking that leap of faith in the future. Given that this is the future card, this could be this week, this could be in a month, this could be, your timeline is going to be individual. And so when you feel like it, like the transition is kind of coming to a head, or you have this opportunity to leap, I would say go for it. And we'll pull our last card here from the unicorns to give you guidance for the week ahead. So specifically this next week, whenever you're watching this video, this is going to be what you need to know for the week ahead. And we get sanctuary, take time out from the world, spend more time alone, meditate, or go on retreat. So whatever this process is for you, Cancer, it is an internal one. This is a time to get in touch with yourself, get in touch with your intuition, your feelings, meditate, seek guidance from higher self, from God, from the universe, whatever you believe. Whatever kind of energy you tap into in meditation, whether you feel like it's really coming from your core center being or whether you feel like it's more channeling from your crown chakra. This is suggesting find sanctuary. I do think some of us Cancer, I'm not a Cancer necessarily, but I just like using inclusive terms like us. So some of us could be feeling some heaviness, some mental heaviness, some physical heaviness, some stress, some sadness. Maybe you've lost someone. Maybe this Daughter of Cups really was an old relationship or an old love or maybe even an old family member, somebody that you've lost. This is suggesting take some time out. Maybe don't take this fool's leap of faith right this second. Go ahead and take some time to really tune in, to think. Again, take time out from the world, spend more time alone, meditate, or go on a retreat, rest, recuperate. Whatever you're going through, it could be a very heavy process for you, and it's important to give yourself the space that you need to really make the best choice for yourself. Okay, Cancer, I really hope that was helpful. I'm just going to go ahead and say you guys are the first sign that I'm doing. I just felt called To Start With You. So thank you so much for watching. I'm super excited to go ahead and get into the other signs. If you did like this video, give me a like. Leave me a comment, let me know what you thought, or if you have any questions. I would love to get back to you, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'm sure most of you haven't, since this is the first time I'm doing this. I would really love to have more of a community kind of space here on my channel, and you know, start developing relationships with my viewers and subscribers, and I'm just excited to see where this goes, and I'm so thankful that you are here on the journey with me. So I hope that this week for you is enlightening, and I think that's what I want to say. I hope it's enlightening, and I hope that you do take time to rest and give yourself what you need. Okay, thank you so much again. Namaste.